The follow-up is simple. Ask a question, listen to the answer, then follow up. I'm your host, Noah Kozlov. Enjoy.
Hi, and welcome back to another episode of The Follow-Up. I'm Eden, and this is my dad, Noah, and every week we sit on my bed and have a conversation about something that I want to talk about. But this week, we're in a hotel, so we're still on a bed, but we're on a hotel bed, and we might tell you about that next week. But this week, we're going to talk about what it's like not wearing masks in school anymore.
All right, so we've got the laptop set up on 3 pillows in front of us.
Boom, boom.
It's kind of like similar to when we did it from the closet.
Yeah, it's basically like boom, because that was a suitcase, but it's like boom, pillow, boom, pillow, boom, pillow, boom. Action.
So,
Camera.
all right, so this was your first full week in school without masks on. So, overall, and then we'll get into specifics, how did it feel?
Overall, it felt great, because it's just like your face doesn't have to worry about being like in the mask all day. You're not really like hot. And then also it's just like I feel like your face, it just feels like free basically. It's just like
But it doesn't feel constrained or anything.
like it doesn't feel like, because when you're wearing a mask it's like this. Well, and then but when you're not, it's just like this.
So, but we talked about it plenty of times before. So you've had a mask on in school. So when the COVID started, it was towards the end of kindergarten for you.
Yeah.
So you had a mask on all first grade and almost all of second grade. But never once did you ever say, I hate it, it's awful, anything like that. You just did what you had to do.
Right.
But it feels good because you feel free and you feel more like yourself, even though you're not really used to being in school without a mask on. So, but what was it like with just seeing your teachers' faces and being able to see other emotions on kids' faces? What was that like?
It felt really nice to see my teacher's face because you could actually you could see their lips also, but then you could also see I feel like their emotions when they're teaching, or and like how they feel, like the teachers, and then and how they're like saying it. I feel like.
So would you say you felt more connected to your teachers at all?
Kind of, but not really, I'll say.
Okay. What about the other kids in your class?
It felt good to see my friends' faces, I feel like I've seen them at the park, at lunch and stuff, but it felt good just seeing them, I feel like without a mask on all day.
Sure. Of all the kids in your class, I think you have about 23 kids, 24 kids in your class.
22, actually.
22. What percentage of the kids do you think still wore masks? 50%, half of the kids, less than half of the kids, more than half of the kids.
Maybe a quarter of the kids.
Quarter of the kids still wear masks.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
And I know we had talked about if there were any issues, what to do if someone said, "Hey, take off your mask." But was anyone rude or mean to anybody with a mask on?
I actually, like I said before when I told you what I would say, that's all. They just said, they basically just give a reminder, basically. You can take it off.
Are your teachers did?
No. It's just if someone did, they said, if someone
so
did, they said, you can take off your mask.
Right, you said that to somebody.
No,
and
I
they
didn't.
And they didn't know that the rule had been made, right?
Yeah, because they had asked me why I didn't have my mask on.
Right, exactly. Okay.
Right, but no one was being mean about it.
Did your teachers talk about ways to, all right, if you feel comfortable, you can do it, or did your teachers? Yeah. So what did your teachers say?
Our teachers had mentioned it, and they said if you feel comfortable taking it off, you can. It's also your parents' decision.
Oh, okay. So they mentioned that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if they told you not to, then you should keep it on. Yeah, just basically just going over the rules again.
Okay. And what about in the classroom? Did it feel like you were still social distanced?
Yeah, we are still social distanced because we can't just move through all the steps at once. But it's like, let's say this is my table from my knee to my other knee, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And it goes like this. And so someone sits here, someone sits here, and someone sits here.
Oh.
And that's where we've been all year. So
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is good.
Yeah, and you've been able to take them off at recess for a little bit now, too.
Also at recess.
Mm-hmm. Is it a conversation that any of your friends had? Did you guys talk about, hey, what do you think of not having masks on? Do you like it? Isn't this nice? Did you
Not
guys
really.
bring it up at all? Did you talk about it?
But I did kind of we did kind of mention it, just like, but we didn't just like have like a conversation about it really.
No, and so no one was saying, oh, thank goodness we get these masks off. No one said anything.
Well, we did we mentioned it, but it's not like we had a conversation about it.
Right. So it seems like one, it was no big deal for you beforehand to wear the mask, and now that they're off, yeah, it's nice, but it's not.
It's not
just
like the biggest deal in the world.
right. It just
It's
you guys are just going about business as usual.
Right.
Which always leads me back to, like, let's just ask the kids how they feel. Instead of, I know that kids can't make all decisions for themselves,
Yeah.
but there have been so many parents who have said, it's harming my kids, it's harming my kids, it's harming my kids. And yes, every child is different, but then you never had an issue in person with masks on, and now that a lot of the masks are off, it's not even a conversation.
Right.
It's really just, all right, this is just what we have to do, or this is what we're allowed to do.
Right. That's really all.
Yeah. What's it like? So right now, as we record this, we're in Florida, and yeah, things are a little
Yeah.
things are certainly a little different, and we keep our masks on in an elevator or before breakfast. Does it feel a little bit different, or no?
Well, yeah, because it's a hotel, but
Yeah.
the hotel, it's different because it's not like our building, but
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, like I feel like it is kind of different. Like you have to wear still in like stores, but you don't have to wear it in school. It's like
Yeah, it's
like
it's all
you
over the
always
place.
bring it with you, and if like someone reminds you in the store, you put it on. But like, yeah, it's like everywhere is different.
But that's how I feel. I mean,
Yeah.
it seems a little silly that everywhere is different, but
Yeah.
just like you said,
Right.
just bring it with you. And
Yeah,
if you have to put it
bring it
on,
with you.
you put it on.
Right, if someone asks you, put it on. Yeah, that's all I think.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
All right, so maybe next week, maybe we'll talk about why we're here,
Okay. Sure.
like a little teaser.
Yeah.
All right, I love you.
Love you.